We live in a time
where everyone
has an opinion
about anything and everything that they come across.
we as the
all the speakers in the room happen to be quite okay in terms of their height. So this was not inclusive for me, so I'm so sorry about that. So we're going to start in the next 2 to 3 minutes, allowing all the partners in the room to please have a seat so that we can be able to start in the next 2 to 3 minutes. Thank you very much. Menta, if you can please take the front seat. Amani.
The coast region has been marginalized. Every day we've been having bad stories coming from the coast region.
Why Mombasa? Because Mombasa is one of the cities in the coastal region. We've got a huge percentage of youth that are based in Mombasa.
Why Pwani Innovation Week? We've identified SMEs as a very important sector which employs a majority of young people.
There is a need for us to provide decent job to these young people, giving them the resources that they need to succeed in life and in business.
The Pwani Innovation Week is so crucial because it's going to bring in networking opportunities.
Young people get access to markets, access to 21st century entrepreneurship skills, exhibit their businesses in front of investors, government leaders, and even the community at large.
Ni wakati wetu sasa kama vijana tuonyeshe kwamba uwezo unao, akili tunazo, vipaji tunavyo. Hilo halitaonekana kama tutakaa nyumbani, kama
24 held here at Swahili Pot Hub Foundation. Thank you very much. We have media partners in the room and various ecosystem partners from county governments, private sector, which we have the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industries. We also have Absa Bank in the room. We have academia represented in the room by Professor, she's now a professor, Professor Rahma Udu from Technical University of Mombasa. We have Waziri Osman from the County Government of Mombasa, CCM Department of Trade and Tourism, and we have our very own Chief Mentor and founder of Swahili Pot Hub Foundation, Mr. Mahmoud Noor. And we will also have partners from the civil society organizations in the room that are also present, including Amani Katana. I see Lawrence from Close the Gap. And there is also Maurice in the room who is representing KEPSA and many other partners that we'll be acknowledging as the day moves by. Thank you very much. And last but not least, we also have the Chief Officer of the Department of Digital Transformation, who is Mr. Jibril. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you. As we head straight to today's program, introducing and announcing the dates of Pwani Innovation Week, this year's theme is the Pwani We Desire, Youth, Culture, Peace, and Innovation in the Decade of Action. With our speakers today, we're going to find out what exactly entails for this year's Pwani Innovation Week. I would like to invite our Chief Operations Officer, Mr. Athrash Ali, to officially open this session. Thank you very much.
Good morning and assalamu alaikum. All protocol observed. Mine is to thank everybody for attending this noble event that is organized by Swahili Pot Hub community every year. And we all know the purpose of this kind of event is to give opportunities, especially to young people, to showcase their talent, to showcase their innovation, to get opportunities to network, to be able to sort of show their ventures and be able to make linkages with those people who are interested to sort of take those ventures and support them. So your participation, your support in all this endeavor is very crucial, not only for Swahili Port community, for Swahili Port Hub community, but for the entire community of Mombasa, coastal region, Swahili Pwani, and the Kenyan at large. So on behalf of Swahili Port Hub community, I wish to take this opportunity to officially open this event. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. That is our Chief Operations Officer, Mr. Thrash Ali, for officially opening today's session. Once again, apologies. We did not start with a national anthem, and considering this is Pwani Innovation Week, and we are in the Republic of the country, it is ideal for us to start with the national anthem. Musa, wherever you are, if you can cue the Kenyan national anthem and the East African national anthem. We are talking about Pwani, and Pwani to us is not just the Kenyan coast, it is the Swahili coast of East Africa from Somalia all the way to Mozambique. Just 1 minute as we have the sound guys cue the national anthem, and then we can proceed with it. Once again, apologies for that. Thank you. We can all start as we wait for the national anthem. Thank you.
Afrika Mashariki, tuwezeshe kuishi kwa amani, tutimize na malengo yetu, jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde.
The coast region has been marginalized. Every day we've been having bad stories coming from the coast region.
Why Mombasa? Because Mombasa is one of the cities in the coastal region. We've got a huge percentage of youth that are based in Mombasa.
Why Pwani Innovation Week? We've identified SMEs as a very important sector which employs a majority of young people. Yeah, good morning. Our guests and partners who are here, including the Chamber of Commerce through the chair of Mombasa chapter, the county government of Mombasa, led by the CEC Trade, Tourism, Culture, together with the CEO, Digital Transformation, the Technical University of Mombasa, led by a professor, ABSA, one of our partner. I also see around the regional manager for Communications Authority of Kenya, Ben, Mani Katana, Close the Gap, all partners that are here, KEPSA. I know they will be acknowledged. So today I will have to read. I normally don't read, but today I've been requested to read. So this is what we will release to the media. To situate Pwani in the context of the decade of action in relation to Kenya Vision 2030 and the UN Sustainability Development Goals is to both localize and globalize the region's focus, fortitude, and future plans. This is crucial as Pwani, in all its contestations and contextualization, should be approached first from a Pan-African angle, working towards actualizing a global endeavor, and second, in the more localized Pan-Swahili perspective, Swahili in this stead being more geographical and less ethnolingual. Pan-Swahili is a philosophical and novel term that denotes a uniquely Pwani way of addressing emerging challenges by creating solutions that are homegrown, youth-led and defined by the cultural resources of the Swahili coast. And I think the focus more here is when we talk about the Pwani Innovation Week, we are focusing a lot on the Swahili coast, and to us that is from Sumbiji in Mozambique through Tanzania, that is the mainland, Dar es Salaam, Tanga, Zanzibar, going all the way to Somalia. Now, the decade of action is a broader term used to describe the period from 2020 to 2030, designated by United Nations as a time for accelerated action towards achieving the SDGs. It signifies a global commitment to move beyond planning and discussions and translates the SDGs into tangible results through concrete actions on a larger scale. The Pwani Innovation Week, now entering its 5th year, has continually taken shape within this decade, evolving into a much-needed annual intervention that has been providing a platform where thinkers, innovators, employers, and enterprise-minded youth converge and innovate tangible solutions. It has undergone phenomenal maturity as it traversed the challenges posed by the pandemic, morphing and reinventing itself to effectively address a more cautious and calculated world. Sustainability is key to Pwani Innovation Week's agenda. This year's theme explores the fluid interplay between culture and peace in regards to youth and innovation. Peace is an important theme in a world that is experiencing significant pockets of war that are adversely affecting lives, economies, and the global cost of living. In this context, youth are finding themselves at a crossroad, faced with high unemployment rates and dwindling funding opportunities for their ideas. As we progress towards the end of this decade of action, it is pertinent for governments, the private sector, civil societies, communities, and the stakeholders to keep reinventing interventions that allow youth to access meaningful livelihoods in the face of war and other global disasters. It also calls upon us not only think of peace in the presence of war, but in the context of structures that have created obstacles for meaningful youth engagement. When accessing livelihoods becomes a game of survival, then fostering peace is as important here as calling an end to wars. Pwani Innovation Week is consolidated effort by Swahili Port Hub Foundation, Mombasa County Government together with its partners to help create a widespread culture of innovation and stimulate the innovation ecosystem in Pwani region of East Africa. This year's edition, under the theme, The Pwani We Desire, Youth, Culture, Peace, and Innovation in the Decade of Action, will foster the communion of different thinkers in defining a sustainable world where peace is prioritized and where youth are integral in contributing towards local economies. The presence of deals then is a deliberate attempt at enabling young entrepreneurs to polish their business ideas and allow for the creation of novel, lasting, innovative solutions applicable across multiple disciplines. More importantly, this year's edition will interrogate past experiences in present condition to create a feasible roadmap that will see Pwani Innovation Week in 2030 and beyond. Swahili Port Hub Foundation and Mombasa County Government are dedicated to supporting the youth in overcoming emerging challenges and thriving in the ecosystem of the day through strategic partnerships with communities, government entities, public, private sectors, development partners, and the academia. The foundation leverages the strength and diversity of individuals from all backgrounds to empower young people and transform their quality of life with a strong commitment to inclusivity, cooperation, self-reliance, and respect for diversity. The foundation allows young individuals to take charge of their journey through access to learning opportunities, forging meaningful partnerships, and fostering a culture of youth engagement in all aspects of development. This year's Pwani Innovation Week will be held from the 14th to 18th October 2024 at Swahili Port Hub Foundation. Building from the fourth edition, this year we will see more participation from all the coastal spaces like Tanga and also Zanzibar, Dar es Salaam. This inclusion is crucial to creating a central space where youth from Swahili Coast can converse and create collectively. The events will include innovation challenges and hackathons, training boot camps and workshops, keynote speeches and panel discussions, Ubunifu Zone, which will be an exhibition, Deals Den, Heritage Experience, which cultural storytelling, Pwani Got Talent concerts and awards. Pwani Innovation Week inspires to be the catalyst that sparks a thriving innovation ecosystem within the region by showcasing the remarkable achievements of young local entrepreneurs. These success stories serve as a powerful inspiration for future generations, demonstrating the possibilities that lie ahead. By cultivating a supportive environment that empowers young people through workshops, mentorship programs, and skill-building initiatives, Pwani Innovation Week aims to equip them with knowledge and tools needed to translate their ideas into reality by fostering a culture of innovation and retaining this talented pool of young minds. Pwani Innovation Week paves the way for a more prosperous future for Pwani. This commitment to cultivating innovation extends beyond youth development. Pwani Innovation Week recognizes the unique potentials of Pwani's coastal economies and rich biodiversity. By effectively showcasing these assets, it aims to attract both domestic and foreign investors. The anticipated outcomes are promising. Increased awareness among policymakers is expected to lead to the creation of more supportive policies and funding opportunities for regional innovation. It also envisions the establishment of a robust network of young innovators, fostering collaboration, knowledge exchange, and mentorship. Ultimately, it strives to position Pwani as a leading destination for sustainable and innovative investment. The creation of a regional investment guide highlights Pwani's success stories, and outlining its investment potential will be a key tool in achieving this goal. Highlighting these objectives will solidify Pwani Innovation Week's commitment to creating feasible structures that foster innovation, creativity, and peace, both locally, globally, and build a convergence platform that is pro and pan-Swahili. Tukutane Pwani Innovation Week 2024. More details are on the website. Asanteni sana. And maybe just to finalize, I think one of the key things with Pwani Innovation Week is collaboration. And this year, I'm glad to announce that already the interest for those who want to be part of it has really grown. We have confirmations from the Kingdom of Belgium, France, Germany, UK. They have been with us, but this time they're the ones who are asking when is it happening. So, and we will definitely be engaging them, and they will be meaningfully participating and probably bringing experts. And also what was important, and we were discussing with some of them, is if we can showcase some of the partnerships that can come out of it. And I think that's why also the Chamber of Commerce is so important in this. We are also privileged to work very closely with the academia. Today here we have Technical University of Mombasa that has been one of our key partners that we work with. We also work with the University of Nairobi, Kenya Coast National Polytechnic. So I think for us, that collaboration is something that we really want to insist on, because for us to build something that is sustainable, we need people to come together. Kwa hayo mengi, asanteni sana.
Thank you very much, Chief Mentor, for actually agreeing to read a speech. I think he's said it very clearly. He never reads speeches and is not very fond of that. But thank you very much. That officially states that we are going to host the Pwani Innovation Week 2024, which is the 5th edition, in October, the week of 14th to 18th of October. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And to get to the partnership part, it is very important to have the government that is part of all this conversation and investment strategies that we're trying to build with the various partners in the room. And with that in mind, I would like to invite the CCM for Trade and Tourism, Mr. Mohammed Osman, to speak on behalf of the government. Thank you very much.
Good morning. Good morning, distinguished guests. Before I start my speech, maybe I want to introduce my Chief Officer ICT, Mr. Jibril. Please, Jibril, come forward, step forward. So, Mr. Jibril is our Chief Officer in charge of ICT, and as the theme of these conferences, I think he'll be a partner to this one. Let him give a few words.
Good morning. As you have been told, my name is Jibril Mali Mohammed, Chief of Staff for Policy, Economic Planning and Digital Transformation, Mombasa County. I'm here along with Waziri Osman. Mine is just to echo the sentiment raised by the Chief Mentor. The issue of youth, innovations, these are the critical things as far as that week is concerned. So ours is to, for this purpose of collaboration, stakeholder engagement, we encourage all stakeholders. As the Chief Mentor has said, the space is limited. So this is your time to showcase what you have and be part of this exciting journey. Secondly, I think ours is to appreciate what the Swahili Port has done in terms of setting the bar very high. They have set the standard very high, and in terms of churning the youth, in terms of contributing to the GDP of this country, because at the end of the day, in terms of employment, the consumption, the income, everything that's driven, in terms of the youth talent, all that pertains to this Swahili Port. So Chief Mentor and his team, we are privileged and very much proud of what you are doing as far as Swahili Port is concerned. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Waziri.
Thank you, Chief Officer. Distinguished guests, colleagues and fellow innovators, good morning again. I stand before you today representing Mombasa County and Governor Abdulsamad Sharif Nasir. It's a distinct honor to be here for the launch of the 5th edition of Pwani Innovation Week, a pivotal event organized by the remarkable Swahili Hub Foundation. Pwani Innovation Week has become a cornerstone for shaping Mombasa's future. This year's theme, the Pwani we desire, and Mombasa we desire also, is a youth, culture, peace, and innovation in the decade of action. ACT is both a roadmap and a call to action. It compels us to envision the Pwani we aspire to create, as a nation that transcends traditional tourism, evolving into a hub for cutting-edge innovation, regional peace, and a vibrant tapestry of cultural experience. At the heart of this vision lies our most valuable resources, that is our youths. Pwani Innovation Week serves as a platform to empower them with the necessary skills and knowledge to become thought leaders and innovators. We aim to equip them to identify emerging challenges and develop tailor-made solutions that propel Mombasa's socioeconomic growth. Furthermore, a prosperous Pwani cannot exist in isolation. That is why fostering a regional peace is paramount. Pwani Innovation Week acts as a catalyst for regional peace building by facilitating dialogue, collaboration among youth leaders and thought leaders from across East Africa. As they shape ideas and work towards solutions for shared challenges, a culture of peace takes roots. However, a flourishing Pwani goes beyond peace. It thrives on the rich tapestry of culture that define our region. Pwani Innovation Weeks provide a platform to celebrate this vibrant tradition, showcasing the music, the art, the cultural expressions that makes Mombasa and surrounding areas are truly unique. Mombasa County, under Governor Abdul Sharif Nasir's leadership, is unwavering its support for initiatives like Pwani Innovation Week that directly contributes to the development of sustainable futures and cities. Aligning with Kenya Vision 2030 and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, this event represents a collaborative effort toward building a future that benefits all of us. The journey towards the Pwani we desire undoubtedly presents its challenges. However, I stand before you confident that through continued collaboration, an unwavering commitment to innovation, and a steadfast pursuit of regional peace, we can collectively achieve remarkable things. As Mombasa County government and as a CSC for Trade Tourism, we look forward to hosting all this October as we create Pwani we desire. Thank you, na asanteni sana. Thank you. So, off the mark, as CSC for Trade and Tourism, mine is to encourage and stand with, because I attended the 4th conferences. This is the 5th one. So, as the CSC for Trade and Tourism, will be cooperating with Swahili ports to ensure that this becomes successful, and will be a partner to this one. So, in those, thank you and welcome.
Thank you very much, Waziri, once again for confirming that the county government is actually going to be part of this. I think it's very important for us to work together with the government, not just for the sustainability, but also to ensure that we're able to strategize better and have a better Pwani Innovation Week, not just in Mombasa, but as I said, along the Swahili coast of East Africa. And that is to acknowledge Debbie from Close the Gap that is joining us physically here today. Thank you very much. The screen, guys, do we have the video ready? So we have one of the speakers who is Dr. Omar from Tanga. As I mentioned about the Swahili coast, we're going to have partners from along the Swahili coast from Somalia all the way to Mozambique. But this year we're going to have a very strong integration of Tanzania, which is part of Tanga, Dar es Salaam and Zanzibar. This is also because of the similarities of the cultural diversity that is around the Swahili coast of East Africa, but also the innovation potential that we have for the young people along the Swahili coast. Unfortunately, he was not able to visit, to be with us here physically today, but he sent his message on the video. Screen, guys, thank you.
Jina langu naitwa Omari Bakari kutoka Tanzania na ni mkurugenzi wa GIN Tanga na ni mwenyekiti wa mfuko wa pembejeo wa Tanzania ambao unahamasisha habari za kilimo. Tumefurahi sana siku ya leo kwamba Swahili Port ina launch tena tarehe ya Innovation Week. Bahati mbaya sikuweza kuwa nanyi kwa sababu niko katika vikao vya bunge kwa ajili ya session mbalimbali, lakini nawatakia shughuli njema ya launching. Lakini vile vile sisi kama wa Tanzania tunaona kuna fursa kubwa katika Innovation Week kwa ajili ya kupata manufaa ya ukanda wetu wa Pwani. Nawatakia shughuli njema, asante sana. Jina langu naitwa
Technology, because he was not able to be here with us physically and because he's also sitting in one of the committees in the parliament today, right now. He actually sent a video earlier this morning about the commitment from partners from Tanzania to also be part of this. Thank you very much. So I would like to call another speaker to speak about the academia sector. Academia is very important, and when we talk about academia, it is not just about the learning institutions, but education is not just about getting a college degree. It is about acquiring the knowledge, skills to be able to enable you to actually thrive and drive different, not just conversations, but actually different objectives that we'd want to have in the society. So we're going to have Professor Rahma Udu from the Technical University of Mombasa represent the academia and actually basically just speak about the role of academia in driving innovation and investment in the county. Thank you very much. As she comes, this is to acknowledge that she used to be Dr. Rahma Udu, but right now she is Professor Rahma Udu.
Thank you, Rukia. I did not plan to talk, but I was ambushed this morning that maybe I'll say something, 1 minute, 2 minutes, on representing the Technical University of Mombasa. I'm here on behalf of our Vice Chancellor, Professor Leila Abubakar. She's not here because we have another event at the university. That's why I'm representing her. I'm currently the Registrar for Research, Partnership and Innovation for TUM, that is Technical University of Mombasa. And my core mandate is to link the university with the outside community, with the industry, with the funders, abroad, so that our teaching, research and innovation can be showcased within Kenya and also outside. Our main mission for university is to advance knowledge through teaching, research and innovation to serve the community and the industry. So this Pwani Innovation Week is one of the core mandate of also Technical University of Mombasa. And being a partner, we will be having presentation from university. We have vibrant students with various innovations who will also participate in this Innovation Week. But we'll be having across, with the theme that the Pwani we desire youth, culture, peace and innovation in the decade of action. So main theme is to look on innovation across the coastal area. That is the main understanding of this theme. And being in Mombasa, I think we are privileged, university being among participants in this innovation. I believe also other universities have also been invited within coast. I know there is Taita Taveta and Pwani University. So what is next after innovation? We will showcase our innovation between 14th and 18th. So whoever will be coming with novel ideas or the novel technologies or novel processes or engineering, what is the next step after showcasing your innovations? I think we'll be also partnering with Swahili Port also because our mandate is to teach, give out knowledge. We can also assist, and I believe they do it. We patent, the innovators need to patent their ideas, their process, whatever they are going to showcase. We will only increase our GDP by commercializing our innovations. So do our innovators have an idea of registering of their innovations? So it is very important. I believe the best innovators will be guided. What will be the next step? You have to register so that whatever you have invented, no one else should repeat it. And that is through registration and specialized organization. We have KIPI here in Kenya, Kenya industrial property, intellectual property. So I think after that, we'll be guiding the innovators, the best innovations, to go ahead and patent their ideas. And from there, they'll be able to commercialize. From there, it's where we'll be getting, our economy will grow up. Whatever idea you have, no one should copy it. Not in Kenya, not anywhere in the country. Just in the same of the M-Pesa, I think you know the history of M-Pesa. Someone inventing it, then the company taking it, but maybe by then we did not have that idea of registration of our innovation. So I think from here, I'm glad that TUM is part of this and will continue working with Swahili Pot, and a learning institution will be also guiding the innovators the appropriate way to take after their best hard work in innovation. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Professor. It is very important to actually have a lot of these innovations that are nurtured at the learning institutions, especially with TUM being a technical university. They actually take a very forefront in terms of inculcating the culture of innovation among the students. But as she said, if we are not able to commercialize this innovation, they actually become not very tangible, but actually very baseless, to be precise. I was reading an article this morning by Business Africa, and they were talking about how when we talk about innovation, the first thing that comes to mind is things like M-Pesa. But this happened over a decade back. It is high time that we have the East Africa come up with better other innovations that are actually known globally, and this could be one of the starting points when people would want to actually come and invest in and also look for various innovations that are solving problems or challenges around the world. So when we talk about investment, there are people who actually have money in the room. So we have a representative from the private sector who is the chairman of Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mr. Abud Jamal. He's going to tell us where actually we're going to get this money to invest all the innovations and the young people that we're going to bring on that day. And we also have Absa Bank in the room. She's also going to tell us how much money the young people could actually be able to access to. When you talk about access to financing, we have two people that are able to actually guide us on that part. So I'd like to invite the chairman of the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mr. Abud Jamal, to give his remarks, and especially talk about the innovation potential of the coastal region. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum and good morning. Swahili Pot hoye. Pwani hoye. Nilikuwa nataka kutia Pwani hoye, tulibidi nianze na Swahili Pot kwanza. I'm delighted to be invited here, Chief Mentor, for this press conference, but even more elated, as Swahili Pot is entering its 5th edition of the Pwani Innovation Week, that you see it fit to have the private sector represented, and amongst the likes of KEPSA, the Chamber of Commerce is also seen as a fit partner in this event. We seek to identify, as rightly put by the different speakers that are here with us today, how we can improve and promote the creation of more opportunities for our youth, especially in terms of innovation, research and development, and the business environment. Thus the theme, the Pwani we desire. I think when we are describing Pwani, Madam Rukia put it very well when she described it, from the coast of Somalia up to the coast of Mozambique. I think we really need to work together, hold each other's hands. We are at different levels of tech journeys, and how we relate with each other really would speak volumes on the global stage of how we are just able to carry each other going forward. It is my hope, prayer, and belief that we are able to support our youth and young entrepreneurs, especially in matters of research and development. That is why you have the likes of TUM here. Technical and finance, ABSA is carrying the day here, as well as other stakeholders, including the private sector and civil society. And my big concern, Chief Mentor and the team at Swahili Hub, I would really like to see tech and innovation, especially on the front lines of the green and blue economies, which I personally believe that have or can provide a lot of untapped opportunities for our youth. Only when our youth are positively engaged, occupied, and have disposable income are we able, as communities and nations, be able to realize real peace. Okay? And on the contrary is also true. Tukipoteza our youth, we lose a critical component of our population, and they are very vulnerable, and we need to look out for them, support them the best way we can. I'd really like to commend Swahili Port. Kudos, Chief Mentor and your team, for really walking the talk and leading from the front. I think they really deserve a huge applause. Once again, as the Chamber, we throw our full weight and support to this forum and any other meaningful opportunities that you create for our youth and the population at large. As I conclude, I have two pledges that I would like to make. One is, Mentor, the last edition I was not able to attend, and I checked with the calendar when the dates were being announced. I'd really love to be here personally, so I'm confirming, God willing, that I would be attending, Madam Rukia, personally. Secondly is provide a small kitty for one of the best or whoever the innovations win in the different categories. I'd be able to support through the chamber. I don't really have a big umeniweka kwa sport hapa, but would really, you know, provide some seed capital of around $1,000 probably, and be able to just walk them through the various mechanisms that we have at the chamber and be able to support them as they seek to grow their businesses. And I think such a platform or an opportunity would really create the value that we need to see in other innovators in the room that would be there, so that they know that, you know, people are noticing and they're paying attention, and we really need to support them. So these are the two major pledges that I'd really like to make from the private sector. Asanteni sana. God bless you all.
Guys, that's $1,000 for the young innovators in the room, or the ones that are actually joining us virtually. This talks about one of the sessions that we have on that day is something that we call Pitching Thursday, the Deals Den, which is like a Shark Tank platform for innovators and potential investors in the room. Last year, as part of the highlights, we had a few innovators that actually accessed a seed capital fund of about $5,000 as a result of pitching before a number of partners in the room that were able to provide us. This is one of the indicators that when we have the right partners in the room, then we'll be able to actually propel innovation and investment in our region. Thank you very much. Let's still stick to the finances part. It is very important when it comes to propelling innovation. I would like to call upon the regional manager of Absa Bank. This is one of the biggest banks around the country, and especially for the Coast region. A round of applause to Fathia Nurdin, the regional manager, Absa Bank.
Good morning. Assalamu alaikum. Hamjambo. My name is Fathia Nurdin, regional manager from Absa Bank, in charge of Coast Region, the 6 counties. It's an honor to be here, and we are immensely grateful to Mentor 001 and his team at Swahili Port Foundation. This is not the first time we are here as Absa Bank Kenya. This is the second time. Our partnership started last year, and we had pledged, I pledged personally on behalf of Absa Bank and our MD that Absa Bank is now committed and honored to be the financial partner for Swahili Port Foundation going forward. But before I start, I just want to give you a quote to the youth by Gurudev Sri Ravi, and it says, "Be movers and shakers in the world, learn lots of skills, not just education, but develop your own personality." For me, I'll start by challenging all of us, that is the youth. As you develop and innovate, please work on your personal branding, because that's your key selling point in selling the products and solutions you innovate, But as you stand and pitch in front of the sponsors and partners that work with Swahili Pot, people buy people first. So work on your personal branding. And I'm glad to tell you that at Absa Bank, we have such sessions that we work with the entities that we partner with in enabling you and grooming you towards building a personal brand for your own self first before you build a brand for the entity or solution you're pitching for. So at Absa Bank, we are passionate about innovation and digital transformation. And one thing I want to make clear of again is when you talk about innovation, it's not only in the online and digital space. Innovation is on anything that revolves around a human being and what the human being interacts with. I was challenged. I had a meeting last week with the chairman of AECF. AECF is a donor or those entities that give grants. And Cosmas challenged me and told me they have a kitty of close to $4.2 million for Coast Region for women in blue. And so far they've only disbursed 400 million shillings out of the kitty of $4.2 million because they are not seeing any women from the Coast Region coming up to take up those grants. That is for the blue economy. So I want to challenge the ladies in the room. When you talk about innovation, don't think online and digital. Innovation can also be in the environment that we live in. So let's level up, raise our hands, and stand above the crowd and take up these opportunities that are going unutilized. Yet there's a lot of funds that are lying idle in people's safes and offices. So as Absa Bank, again, we are very passionate about digital and innovation. We are the first bank to have come up with so many digital transformations in the country and in the region. The first bank to come up with a debit card was Barclays Bank then, which is now Absa Bank. The first bank to come up with a vertical debit card in the country and in the region. The first bank to come up with a tap and go card. You don't have to swipe your card, you only tap it. And I would like to say that we will be the first bank to launch a youth proposition that will not be looking at salary as a source of funds to finance, but just looking at the source of income for the youth, regardless of where the youth get that income. So watch this space. We should be launching that product and solution this month. And for Coast Region, I'll be glad to partner with Swahili Pot Foundation in using it as a case study that it is possible to lend to the youth who are not in the blue collar sector. So allow me to stop here, but to pledge my support. We are in an era where we are living in our brand purpose as Absa Bank, which is empowering Africa's tomorrow together, one story at a time. And we want to write this story with Swahili Pot Foundation in empowering the youth and in the innovators that are working with Swahili Pot. And I'm glad and honored to be here as a financial partner for Swahili Pot as we write this story together. Thanks.
Thank you, guys. One story at a time, as she said it. We're going to write different stories about how we would be changing not just the economic ecosystem for the coastal region, but even just being able to come up with our own innovations that are actually tailored for the coastal region. The similarity, the cultural diversity plays a very critical role in who we are as a people and our identity as a people of the Swahili Coast. So I think having Pwani Innovation Week is one of the ways that we can be able to actually amplify and showcase our rich cultural diversity and bring it about in the innovation space. As we finalize on the partner side, I would like to acknowledge and call upon one of the partners in the room who is Close the Gap. This is Debbie, who is going to represent Close the Gap to give a short remarks. When we talk about money, guys, so there's the innovation side, but then there's also incubating of this innovation. And this is Close the Gap. Close the Gap as an organization incubates young innovators from very basic stage of business idea generation to even ensuring they have access to seed capital funding from other partners who tend to come on board as investors. A round of applause to her.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Debbie Tess. I'm the co-CEO of Close the Gap Kenya, and when I woke up this morning, I didn't know I would be here because our CEO is traveling, and as usual, the invitation got a little bit late to me, but when you hear Pwani Innovation Week, everybody wants to be here, so I'm here, and thank you, Rukia, for giving me the floor and introducing Close the Gap so well. I think in these 5 years that the Pwani Innovation Week is taking place, it became like the most important event for digital innovation and for youth in Mombasa, and even besides Mombasa. It's amazing that last week we had people flying in from so many other different places. So I think as Mombasa people, we can be very proud of that. Yeah, Close the Gap is honored to be a partner since 5 years, and I think we'll continue to do so for the rest of the next 20 years, because I think in 25 years we'll have like 25 years of Pwani Innovation Week. So as Rukia said, we support entrepreneurs from a very early stage, incubation stage, but also acceleration, where we have funding available, but not only funding, but also one-on-one coaching, and in Mombasa we see that there is like a lot of beautiful innovations, creative people as well, and that's what the colleague from ABSA said, a lot of women. So I'm always, as a woman, very proud to see that women are also thriving in this entrepreneurial Mombasa ecosystem. So I would say everybody is welcome at Close the Gap. We are very proud to be a partner of the Pwani Innovation Week. We are there to support with also the hardware part, because that's where Close the Gap started 20 years ago in Belgium. It's to refurbish those devices that you see here, to give them a second life in a very accessible way for young entrepreneurs, students, and whatever. We have our own production plant in the port side here, and that's when our collaboration with the TUM University comes, because all your students, not all of them, because it's too many, but a lot of your students come for 3 months hands-on internship. So this digital inclusion is really very, very important for us. We believe strongly that it creates better jobs, better education, and without a strong partnership in Mombasa, also including the National Chamber of Commerce, I think this wouldn't be possible, because together we are much stronger, and I think that's beautiful about Mombasa and so different from Nairobi. We join forces to take an even bigger leap forward. So we, as Close the Gap, started here with foreign investment, but now today we are completely run by Kenyans, besides myself. I still can't hide, I'm from Europe, but I became a Kenyan by heart, I can say, after these 5 years. And we believe very much in Mombasa as an ecosystem with a lot of talent. So thank you so much for including Close the Gap in this beautiful, beautiful event, and such an important event. Thank you, Chief Mentor.
Thank you. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you very much. Thank you very much once again. Thank you, Debbie, and to all the partners in the room that were able to actually not just confirm your participation, but also show how together as a collaborative, the ecosystem of Mombasa has diverse partners that can be able to contribute to the innovation and investment potential for the coast region. As we close, before we get to the question and answer session of the media partners in the room to the partners that we have up here, I would like to have Amani Katana from YEPI, Youth Empowerment Program Initiative, to talk about the role of Pwani Innovation Week for the young people. He represents the civil society organizations that actually work with young people, especially in the entrepreneurship sector, in not just providing seed capital, but also in incubating them from very basic level like business idea generation. Amani Katana, on to you. Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to the Muslim brothers and sisters, and to our Christians, Amani ya Bwana iwe nanyi. For those of you who have not had the pleasure of meeting, my name is Amani Katana, and I am the founder and executive director of Youth Empowerment Program Initiative, and I'm so honored to be invited to be part of this Pwani Innovation Week media launch. Just like Madam Professor, I was also called by Rukia this morning while I was still preparing for this session. And she told me that, Amani, you'll be representing the civil society and most importantly, the youth. And it caught me off guard, but as young leaders and as people in this space, we are always prepared. And I would like to appreciate all the partners and everyone who, in any way, they made this day possible. YEPI has been part of the Pwani Innovation Week from the start. And this 5th year, we would also like to affirm our commitment to be part of this because we know how important this forum is for young people. And if you look at the theme for this year, the Pwani we desire, youth, culture, peace, and innovation in the decade of action, aligns well with our organization at YEPI, where we work very closely with young people and giving them access to entrepreneurship training, leadership development, seed capital, and so on and forth. And as the civil society organization that I've asked to represent today, this is a very big position to me, because when I look on my left, right, and center, I can see very big civil society organization represented here. But since I've been asked to do this, I will do this humbly. And we all know the important work that the civil society is doing. And our good friends, Swahili Port Hub, they have been leading the way. They have been leading through ambiguity, through complexity. But despite all these challenges, we have seen that the civil society still keep growing every day to ensure that young people get access to resources that they need in order to succeed in their business. And one of the important things about the Pwani Innovation Week is it's a platform whereby young people get an opportunity to showcase their innovation, because sometimes we understand it's not about getting money, but it's about showcasing this innovation so that we can be able to attract investors, so that we can be able to attract customers, so that we can be able to attract even talent. So this Pwani Innovation Week provides that platform for us as young people. And I hope we will take advantage of it, because when we were growing up back 10 or 15 years ago, when we were starting this journey, we didn't have enough platforms like this. So thanks to Swahili Port Hub, YEPI, and many other organizations, we have such platforms. We hope we will take advantage of them so that we can be able to increase our networks, we can be able to showcase our innovations, we can be able to also encourage people-to-people connection, and so on and forth. So thank you so much, Rukia, once again for this opportunity, and to Mr. Mahmoud Noor for leading the way. We would like to affirm our position as YEPI. We currently have an ongoing program, Women and Girls Accelerator Program, and we hope by October this program will be done, and we will be able to bring these women to showcase their innovation during the Pwani Innovation Week. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, and have a good day.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much, Amani Katana, for representing the civil society organization. It is very important to acknowledge all the partners in the room that are actually supporting this. So I'm going to take it back to Chief Mentor, Mahmoud Noor, to acknowledge all the partners in the room as we actually finalize today's session and get to the interviews with the media partners.
Nafikiri nitazungumza kwa Kiswahili. Nataka tu kushukuru watu wote ambao wameshiriki. Namwona Saif Dayo, naona umeketi nyuma kule sana. Dayo wanafanya kazi nzuri sana, sio hapa peke yake, nafikiri East Africa. Nani mwingine, Gilitix Media, Blue Radio, thanks for coming. Who else sijamtaja? Wewe nishakutaja. I think wale watu wengine, YEPI, Communications Authority of Kenya, the county government, KEPSA representative, because there's a program that KEPSA is also starting. Nafikiri ni kuwashukuru nyote. Na mwaka huu kama kawaida tunataka vijana ndio wawe ndio iwe msingi wa Pwani Innovation Week. I'm very happy that a lot of the people who are here are young people. So asanteni sana. I hope tunamalizia hapo, sio? Asante.
Thank you very much to all the partners in the room for joining us today. We were launching the Pwani Innovation Week 2024, which is going to happen in October from the 14th to 18th of December. Thank you very much once again, and see you in October. To all the media partners, Chief Mentor is going to join us downstairs for the media briefing interviews. Thank you very much. We have breakfast. Before you leave, we have breakfast in the room, so please make sure.
We live in a time where everyone
has an opinion about anything and everything that they come across.
We as the Swahili Pods have family.
Believe that it is high time
We get to hear our take.
Swahili Pods have to the world. Stay tuned.
Tunaishi katika karne ambayo kila mtu ana maoni,
na sisi kama jamii ya Swahili Pod
tuna maoni yetu na tungependa uyasikie.
Swahili Pod to the world. Stay tuned.
We live in a time where everyone has an opinion about
everything. And I mean everything, I mean everything.
We at the Swahili Pod have family.
Believe it's high time you hear our take.
Swahili Pod to the world.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.